Unlocking the secret to renewing your mind, in a quiet town nestled at the base of a misty mountain, lived a young woman named Emma. She had always been bright, ambitious, and full of life, but over the years the weight of failures, heartbreak, and self-doubt had dimmed her spark. Emma felt trapped in a cycle of negative thoughts, unable to escape the storm inside her mind. Her dreams of becoming a successful artist seemed like a distant memory, buried under the rubble of her self-criticism. One day, while walking through the forest near her home, Emma stumbled upon an old, overgrown path she'd never noticed before. Curiosity tugged at her, and she followed it. The path led her to a small, weathered cottage with ivy climbing its walls. A sign hung on the door, barely legible. "Unlock your true mind." Intrigued and desperate for answers, Emma knocked on the door. An elderly woman named Lila answered, her eyes twinkling with wisdom. Without a word, she invited Emma inside. The cottage was filled with books, glowing crystals, and symbols Emma didn't recognize. Lila sat her down and said, "The key to transforming your life lies in renewing your mind. Are you ready to learn?" How Emma hesitated but nodded. Lila handed Emma an ancient-looking book titled The Art of Mind Renewal. Its pages seemed alive, glowing faintly as Emma opened it. The book outlined 5 principles. Identify your thoughts. Emma was tasked with writing down every negative thought she had over the next 3 days. It was painful, confronting her fears, insecurities, and doubts on paper. Challenge the lies. Lila taught her to question these thoughts. Is this true? Or is it just a story you've told yourself for too long? Emma began to see how many of her beliefs were built on fear, not fact. Replace negativity with truth. Every time Emma found a lie, she replaced it with a positive affirmation. I'm not good enough became, I am capable and I am learning every day. Meditate on renewal. Each morning, Lila guided Emma through a visualization exercise. Emma imagined her mind as a garden, weeding out negativity and planting seeds of joy, gratitude, and hope. Act in alignment. Finally, Emma had to take action that aligned with her new mindset. This was the hardest step. Lila encouraged her to pick up her paintbrush again and submit her art to galleries, despite her fear of rejection. Days turned into weeks, and Emma started to notice changes. She felt lighter, as if a fog was lifting from her mind. Her art began to reflect her renewed spirit, bright, bold, and full of life. People noticed her transformation, and soon one of her paintings was accepted into a local gallery. But just as Emma began to thrive, she faced a challenge that threatened to undo her progress. A gallery critic harshly reviewed her work, calling it amateur. The old voices in her head roared back, threatening to drown her in self-doubt. Emma rushed to Lila's cottage, tears streaming down her face. "It's all falling apart again," she cried. Lila handed her a mirror and said, "Look into this and tell me what you see." Emma saw her reflection, tired and tear-streaked. "Now," Lila continued, "see yourself as the woman you're becoming." Emma stared harder, and for the first time, she saw beyond her flaws. She saw her resilience, her passion, and her growth. "I am not my failures," she whispered. "I am a masterpiece in progress." Lila smiled. "The secret to renewing your mind is persistence. The storm will come, but now you know how to calm it." Months later, Emma's paintings began to sell. She held her first solo exhibition, and the same critic who had dismissed her work returned with praise. But Emma no longer needed validation. She had unlocked the secret. Her mind, once her greatest enemy, was now her most powerful ally. And every morning she still imagined her garden, tending to it with love and hope, knowing that the journey to renewal was a lifelong adventure.